Hi guys, my name's Allison Church, and my book talk today is going to focus on 3 books that really zone in on a child's imagination and how important that imagination is. We all know that imagination, it should never be changed, it should never be altered, and it's always so sad when you see a child's imagination leave. And I really think that these books can maybe help that imagination stay with them just a little bit longer, and it can really tell them that it's okay to have an imagination because amazing things can come from it. The first book that I'm starting out with, it is called The Adventures of Beekle, the Unimaginary Friend. This book is written and illustrated by Dan Santat, and it won the Caldecott Medal in 2015. This book is probably one of the best books to come out in 2015 in my opinion. You can just see from the front how cute it is. All these kids with their different imaginary friends. And I'll read to you just the first few pages. He was born on an island far away where imaginary friends were created. Here they lived and played, each eagerly waiting to be imagined by a real child. And you can already see that Dan Santat is giving us an amazing look at his illustrations on how colorful he can be. And I really think that's what kids think about, like a huge fish as an imaginary friend, a huge panda bear, a cloud, and then you have Beekle, who is he just looks like this little marshmallow with a crown on. I love it. Every night he stood under the stars, hoping for his turn to be picked by a child and given a special name. He waited for many nights, but his turn never came. His mind filled with thoughts of all the amazing things that were keeping his friend from imagining him. So instead of waiting, he did the unimaginable. And this book continues on. It's so colorful and so beautiful, as you can really see what kids are thinking. That really makes me wonder. This page really says a lot too. He finally gets to the real world, and no kids are eating cake. No one stopped to hear the music, and everyone needed nap time. That really says a lot about our society today. My next book is Sleep Like a Tiger. This book was written by Mary Logue, and it is illustrated by Pamela Zarginski. This is the art in this is a little different. It is made by computer generations and wood, which I think was really different and really cool. But it starts out with this little girl. It says, "Once there was a little girl who didn't want to go to sleep even though the sun had gone away. She told her mother, 'I'm not tired.' She told her father, 'I'm just not sleepy.' They nodded their heads and said she didn't have to go to sleep, but she had to put her pajamas on. She picked out her favorite pajamas that matched the night sky. 'I'm still wide awake,' she announced. Her parents said that was fine, but she needed to wash her face and brush her teeth, so she did. It felt good to be nice and clean. Then, because she loved climbing into her bed, she did, stretching her toes under the crisp sheets, lying still as an otter floating in the stream." And I love that little paragraph about the lying down under the crisp sheets, lying still as an otter floating in the stream. And you can see that there's her bed, and then she's imagining a little otter floating on the stream on her sheets. And just really, I love her imagination in this book. It goes on to talk about all the different animals. Everybody has to go to sleep. And then the very last page has her sleeping next to the tiger. And this is just an awesome book to show you the imagination. And then on the back cover, it says, "Does everything in the world go to sleep?" And I think that might be a question that a lot of kids have. And this book really tells it. My last book is Where the Wild Things Are. It is written and illustrated by Maurice Sendak. And this book is the Caldecott winner of 1964. This is the 15th anniversary edition of the book, but the illustrations are still the same. It's just a little regenerated and brighter. So this starts out with some really beautiful drawings. And then it says that the night that Max wore his wolf suit made mischief one of a kind. And another, and his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, I'll eat you up. So he was sent to bed without eating anything. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. How cute that picture is. I love that picture. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed through night and day. And in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And then I just got a last page over here to show you about when he has all the wild things with him and they're all hanging from a branch. This is just this is a cute book about child's imagination, and I really think that this is important. It doesn't really have too much educational concept to it, but a child's imagination is what is really important here. All of these books are in an age range of 4 to 8 years old, and I strongly recommend them. These are amazing books, and I think that they're so important for kids because their imagination is what's really important.